Look at that, guys! It is so beautiful. Ice Bear wants to touch it.
The entire forest fell silent the moment a brilliant golden star streaked across the bright blue daytime sky, leaving behind a glowing trail that seemed to split the clouds apart. Birds stopped singing, butterflies froze in the air, and every animal looked upward in amazement as the mysterious star crashed somewhere deep inside the ancient Whispering Woods. No one knew what had fallen from the heavens, but everyone could feel that something magical, and perhaps heartbreaking, had just begun. High above their cozy cave, 3 inseparable bear brothers, Grizzly, Panda, and Ice Bear, watched the unbelievable sight with wide eyes, unaware that this single moment would lead them on the most emotional adventure of their lives and teach them that the brightest light in the world is not found in the sky but inside a caring heart. Before we begin this magical journey, if you believe that kindness, friendship, and second chances can change lives, please like this video, comment, share it with your friends, and subscribe to We Bear Bears for more heartwarming stories. Your support helps these adventures reach even more people around the world. The warm morning sun covered the forest with golden light, as the 3 brothers packed a small picnic, and followed the glowing trail left behind by the falling star. Grizzly walked ahead with endless excitement, believing every new path led to an unforgettable adventure. Panda carefully carried his camera, hoping to capture beautiful memories, while Ice Bear silently packed food, water, and useful tools, knowing every great journey required preparation. Although they smiled as they walked together, each brother secretly wondered whether the mysterious light was a blessing or a danger waiting deep inside the woods. As they traveled farther than ever before, the familiar forest slowly changed. Giant trees stretched toward the sky, colorful flowers sparkled like tiny jewels, crystal clear streams reflected the sunlight, and gentle animals quietly watched the 3 visitors pass. The deeper they walked, the quieter everything became until they finally reached a hidden valley where the air itself shimmered with magical light. At the center of the valley rested a tiny glowing star unlike anything they had ever seen. Instead of shining with happiness, its light flickered weakly, as though it were losing hope with every passing moment. The brothers slowly approached the tiny star, and immediately realized it was alive. It floated only a few inches above the soft grass, glowing with sadness instead of joy. Although it could not speak with words, its gentle light painted feelings directly into their hearts. They understood that the little star had fallen from the sky during a powerful storm, and could no longer find its way home. Every minute it remained on Earth, its light grew weaker, and the night sky became a little darker. Somewhere above the clouds, an empty place waited for the little star to return. Grizzly immediately believed they had only one choice. They had to help the star no matter how difficult the journey became. Panda felt nervous because no bear had ever climbed the tallest mountain beyond the forest, but when he looked at the frightened little star, he knew they could not simply walk away. Ice Bear quietly nodded, picked up the glowing star with great care, wrapped it inside a soft blanket, and began leading the group toward the legendary Sunrise Peak, the only place close enough to the sky for the star to return home. The adventure quickly became far more difficult than anyone expected. Narrow paths disappeared beneath thick vines, rushing rivers blocked their way, and enormous rocks covered the mountain trail. Under the warm afternoon sun, the brothers became tired and thirsty, yet none of them complained. Whenever Grizzly's strength began to fade, Panda encouraged him with a hopeful smile. Whenever Panda became frightened by strange sounds echoing through the forest, Ice Bear calmly found the safest path forward. Together they proved that courage does not mean never feeling afraid, it means continuing to move forward despite fear. As the day continued, dark clouds suddenly gathered above the mountain. Strong winds swept through the trees, bending branches and scattering colorful leaves across the ground. The tiny star's glow became weaker than ever before. Its beautiful golden light slowly changed into a faint silver sparkle, making the brothers realize they were running out of time. Every step now carried enormous importance because if the star lost all its light, it might never return to the sky again. Halfway up the mountain, the brothers discovered an old wooden bridge hanging over a deep canyon. Years of storms had weakened the ropes, and several wooden planks had already fallen away. Crossing the bridge looked almost impossible. Grizzly bravely stepped forward first, carefully testing each board. Panda followed while holding the precious star close to his chest, trying not to look down into the endless canyon below. Ice Bear remained behind until the very end, carefully securing each loose rope so his brothers could cross safely. Every heartbeat felt louder than the rushing river beneath them, but together they reached the other side without giving up. As evening slowly approached, they entered a beautiful meadow filled with glowing flowers that opened only during daylight before sunset. Thousands of colorful butterflies surrounded the tiny star, sharing tiny pieces of light that made it shine a little brighter again. The magical sight reminded the brothers that even the smallest act of kindness can help someone who feels weak and alone. Inspired by this miracle, they continued climbing with renewed hope. Near the top of Sunrise Peak, they met an elderly owl who had watched the skies for countless years. The wise bird silently pointed toward a circle of ancient stones standing at the highest point of the mountain. The owl seemed to understand that only pure friendship could awaken the magic hidden there. Without hesitation, the brothers gently placed the little star in the center of the glowing stones. For a brief moment, nothing happened. The wind stopped blowing, the forest became completely silent, and even the clouds seemed to hold their breath. Then something extraordinary happened. Golden light burst across the mountain like a sunrise, appearing in every direction at once. The tiny star floated higher and higher into the air, as its brightness returned stronger than ever before. Rays of colorful light danced across the sky, painting beautiful rainbows above the forest. Every flower bloomed, every bird began singing again, and every animal looked upward with joy. Slowly, the little star rose beyond the clouds until it reached its rightful place among countless shining stars waiting in the heavens. The three brothers stood quietly together, smiling as tears of happiness filled their eyes. They realized they had not simply saved a magical star, they had restored hope to the entire forest. That evening, as the first stars appeared one by one, the brightest light belonged to the tiny star they had helped. It sparkled more brilliantly than all the others, almost as if it were thanking the brothers for believing in kindness when everyone else would have turned away. The journey home felt completely different. The forest seemed brighter, the birds sang more beautifully, and every gentle breeze carried peace instead of uncertainty. Grizzly laughed with pure happiness, Panda filled his camera with unforgettable memories, and Ice Bear quietly prepared a warm meal for his brothers beneath the setting sun. They understood that adventures are not measured by treasures discovered or mountains climbed, but by the lives touched through compassion, loyalty, and selfless love. If this story touched your heart and reminded you that even the smallest act of kindness can brighten someone's world, please like, comment, share this video, and subscribe to We Bear Bears. Your support helps us continue bringing inspiring stories filled with hope, friendship, and love. Glowing Star special request, please comment below and tell us, what would you wish for if you found a magical wishing star? We would love to read your thoughts. As night gently covered the peaceful forest, the three bear brothers looked toward the sparkling sky one last time. The tiny wishing star flashed brighter than ever, reminding them that true magic is never found in power or riches. It lives inside hearts that choose kindness, friendship, courage, and hope, even when the road ahead seems impossible. And somewhere high above the clouds, one grateful little star continued shining forever, carrying the story of three loving bear brothers whose greatest adventure became a light for everyone who believed that goodness can truly change the world.